Hey everybody, this is Paul Frank with Berkshire Hathaway Home Services. I just wanted to give you a recap on the IQ agent orientation that we did on Monday. Um, I'm just going to go through some of the topics, tell you what it is, and then tell you what our company is going to do to supplement the IQ system on a more regional and local level. First of all, I really want to encourage you to read Chris Stewart's book. It has some great insights into it, some great tips, and kind of some mindset items to get you squared away and get you looking at your real estate as a business. The IQ Influencer Network is on your BHH resource home website, and then you click into the IQ system. Once you click into the IQ system, there is an agent orientation guide. There's also a quick start guide. So whichever one you feel most comfortable using, I would print those out and use them and go through it. If you have any questions, feel free to ask your branch manager. Now, what is the IQ system and influencer network? Well, it's exclusive to Berkshire Hathaway Home Services. It is an agent productivity initiative. What it's going to do is get you ideas to become more productive. It's going to get you to go from entrepreneurial to purposeful. It's going to give you ideas as somebody else basically has already lost money on trying to figure out, and they've given you their knowledge and their expertise, so you don't have to go through those trials and tribulations. It is supported by the brands, the brokerage, and the network. It's a system that's going to grow and develop. By no means is this a linear system. This system is going to be huge. It's going to have a lot of different directions. It's going to have some great tools in it and some great ideas, and it's really, really going to grow. The more we participate as influencers into the system, the better off this system is going to be. Now, it's not a training program, okay? It is a system where you will definitely learn things at, and it's not here to teach you, right? It's a system of not just one best practice, of best and next and many. Again, it's not going to be linear. You're going to see this thing grow, and it's going to branch off in different directions. So it'll be interesting to see what it actually looks like three years from now. Now, the reason why it's going to grow is because you are a contributor, right? You are going to inspire others with your content, and I'm going to show you in a little bit how you can be involved in the system. Now, there's three basic fundamentals that the system is trying to solve. One is the real estate loyalty gap. And what do we mean by that? Well, you have X amount of people in your database that you influence. You have X amount of people that purchase and sell every given year. What we want to do is make sure that every one of those people that sell or buy uses you. And how do we do that? Well, we do that by closing the loyalty gap, by being their go-to person, which leads us to the next problem that we're trying to solve, is advice avoidance. Who does somebody call? Who does somebody talk to when they're talking about real estate? Unfortunately, a lot of time it's a coworker at work, it's the neighbor, it's their best friend. We want them, and we want to train your clients to reach out to you. Right? So if they have a real estate question and you have all those answers, then we want them to reach out to you and for you to be the next resource. The other thing is a transactional flatline. There's only so many homes that sell every year, and we really want to get our unfair share. Our first job is to help you close the loyalty gap, get your fair share. Then our next goal is to make sure you're getting more than you want to do and to help you reach all of your real estate goals. Now, this is a video. I encourage you to watch this video. I'm not going to do it here right now because it'll kind of get a little goofy and I don't want to do that. All right, so let's take you on a little tour of the IQ system. First thing we're going to do is we're going to get on the dashboard. Again, bhhsresource.com, log in, and you'll see the dashboard for the Resource Center. Next thing you do is click on the icon, the little button. and it will ask you to opt in. Now, if you do not opt in, you will not get access to all of the things that IQ has to offer. And there are quite a few. You definitely want to do that. There's no cost to it. There's no commitment. Just log in and go on your way, right? Now, all the branch managers are notified or can look to see who is logged in and who hasn't. So we really want you to get in, and it really is a great benefit to you, especially on a system-wide basis. I'm very excited about this. I don't know if you can tell. Now, what that's going to do is it's going to send you the IQ dashboard. You're going to see 5 Cabernet buttons on the bottom of the dashboard. When you click these buttons, it will take you to another page, and then that page may actually take you somewhere else. It just depends on which page you're on. Right? Now, there are 6 other buttons on the right-hand side, and these are more informational buttons that are going to take you to different places and different resources. The instant inspiration button or section is basically what's tracking right now. What are most people looking at? What are the most trending topics? Now, that's a great way to see, okay, what's everybody else looking at? I might want to jump in on that too. This is the box that I'm the most excited about, and it's the Spark. If you have a system, if you have an event, if you have an activity, if you have a little twerk to a system that you think everybody should know, then please put that into the Spark. Once you put it into the Spark, somebody will look at it, see if it's viable, see if it's a great idea. Well, not a great idea, but see if it's viable, and then kind of move it on from there. The more we put on here, the better off we will be as a whole unit. So let's share, let's move this, and let's keep this going. I also want to encourage you to join the chat. And the chat is basically exactly what it sounds like. People are going to get in there, share information, share topics, share ideas, and it's just one way for you to easily get to that, okay? I'm not going to do a live demo. I'm just going to go through this and kind of give you a little bit of snippets of it. Now, the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go to My Real Estate IQ. And basically what the IQ is a 50-question questionnaire that's going to talk to you about your business. I encourage you 100% wholeheartedly, please answer this honestly. You're not doing anybody good by trying to say, well, I'm really, really good at this, when you know deep in your heart you're not. So what we want this IQ assessment to be is a benchmark. So let's say you get 50 points. Now the total, the max is 300. Let's say you get 50. Not a big deal, all right? If you get 50, that's fine. That just shows that you've got a lot of room for progress and a lot of things you're going to want to learn and institute as a real estate agent to close that loyalty gap, okay? Don't be discouraged by this. Do it. Be as honest as you possibly can. And then every, I don't know, maybe every 6 months, every quarter, you're going to be able to go back to this, retake the assessment, and hopefully you'll score higher, and then we'll go from there. Now, what we're going to do as a company for you, as a local company, is we are going to do a podcast and a video on each one of these questions throughout the year to help you with techniques to improve your IQ assessment score. Okay, so that's my commitment to you. And again, once you click the submit button, it's going to send you an email with all your recorded answers. It's also going to give you your score. Now, this little box that you see here, this little graphic that you see here, you got to copy this so you can make sure you have it. If you want it, you need to take a screenshot or something. You can't go back and do this. The only way you'll get it again is if you retake the assessment. So keep that, print it off, set it aside, look at it, set time on your schedule every day to look at your IQ assessment and see what can I do to move this forward, right? How do I get more points? How do I get better at my real estate business, okay? Now, on the upper right-hand side, you see those 6 buttons. Once you click those buttons, it will take you to another site, and there will be more additional buttons. For example, you're going to see the social media playbook. Now, social media playbook last week was really trending, so a lot of people were looking at this. On this page, you'll see a video from Neil Schaefer, who's a social media marketing consultant. And he just kind of gives you a quick video and some quick tips. And then you'll click on the social media playbook page, and that just gives you an overview. And then you're really going to want to go in and optimize your profile for all these other ones. And you'll see it just gives you little tips. Now, you'll also see on the page that there could be some links. There's usually a video, and there's other links that will get you to the other pages if you want to go to them. It could also send you to the Berkshire Hathaway Marketing Resource Center for some flyers and some tips that way too. So go through this and kind of figure out what you want to tackle first and what you really want to get off your plate first. And again, put time on your schedule just to work on your IQ assessment. The company, the national company, is also going to provide classes every other week. If you're in leadership, it'll be every other Thursday. If you're an agent, it'll be the opposite Thursday. So every other Thursday, you'll be able to get those and be on those too. Now, right now, they're at 11 o'clock every day, or every Thursday, sorry. So put those in your calendar. You should get an email from Chris Stewart saying, hey, we got this coming up. You're going to want to attend, so be looking for those. Now, what also the company is going to do is to do award winner masterminds. They are starting at the top with the Chairman's Circle Diamond, and they're going to roll down with those. Now, what we want to do too is we also want to do masterminds for the newer agents, the agents that are just starting off and building their business, and maybe we'll meet them in the middle. So that's kind of how I see that working, and we'll go from there and keep you. Now, if you are not opted in on this program, you cannot be on these masterminds. If you're a Chairman Circle Diamond and you're not opted in, you can't get to these masterminds. I also believe if you're not a Chairman Circle Diamond, you're not going to be able to do them too. You're going to have to do them at your level, and whatever your level is, we'll kind of go from there. Okay. And if you need more information on that, or you need more understanding on that, please ask your branch manager. Now, one of the most popular things right now is the campsite calendar. On the campsite calendar, it's going to give you social media tips, okay? What kind of content do you want to do for that particular day? And it should give you a link to a topic in the resource center, a flyer you could use or something like that. And it will also give you a video. Now, you can print this calendar out. That way you can enter it into your own personal calendar to make sure that you're catching the ones that you want. A lot of these are really just tips. Hey, on this day, do this. On this day, do this. Here's a resource if you want to do this. It may even send you back to your own website, your own systems to get ideas for that, okay? So you can print it out. You can also go back and forth or go to the next months and so on and so forth. All right. Now, you'll also see trending content. As you see this content, you may want to jump on those too, because everybody else is looking at them. Hey, am I missing something? I want to check these out. So for example, my real estate ecosystem, it kind of talks about that and goes a little further, a little deeper. Now at the bottom, it's going to give you examples of a cadency and frequency, because we all know social media marketing and so forth, marketing in general, is all about cadence and frequency. So it's just giving you ideas to do on each of these days. And on the weekends, you might want to do something that's personal, passionate. For example, I love to geocache. So you might want to do something about geocaching. All right, now, once you click these resources, it may send you to the marketing center and the resource center. And these are for you to download, share, do it however you want. So it just kind of pushes you towards that direction. Okay, that's just another example of what that looks like. All right, we already talked about the personal passion content. And client testimonials. So good reminder to get those. We always forget about those and we really need them. Google's coming out with a couple of initiatives to help people that have more reviews and testimonials. So you definitely want to get on that page, okay? Now, here's just another example. You click the button on the right-hand side. It will send you to that page. From that page, we can go to how to find me on the web. And then from the web, it will give you little links. It will also give you downloadable items. This just happens to be a digital footprint audit. And you see the blank form, and then when that's filled out, you can see where you're at and where you really want to be. It also gives you a game plan to kind of figure out which ones you want to tackle first. Okay. So from a national point of view, that's what the IQ system is going to do, and that's what it's going to give you. From a local, regional, company-wide, our company, Berkshire Hathaway Northwest, these are the things that we're going to add on to that. So we're going to take the national stuff and add our local stuff along with that. Now, the first one coming up is we are going to do a big why. So that's going to be on Monday. We already did the assessment. We're past that. And so big why, May 3rd, we're going to talk about your magnificent session, your one thing, what really gets you motivated and why you're really in real estate to begin with. The next one on May 10th, we're going to talk about intro to coaching. Coaching is mindset, it's accountability, and we could go either way, group coaching, individual coaching, however you want to do it, whatever works best for you. On May 3rd, we're going to talk about SAGE business and marketing planning. And basically what that does is it's going to set your goals for the rest of the year. What do I need to accomplish? How am I going to do that? Which pillar am I going to use or business building technique to do that and move that forward? On May 17th, we're going to talk about the loyalty gap. And really what we want to do is we want to talk about your core. Your core is defined as anybody who will give you 2 deals or more per year. And then we'll move out from there and go to our SOI. Our SOI is our sphere of influence, people that would recognize your name if they saw you going down the mall or at the grocery store or so on. And then your database. Your database is your big people that may not recognize you, that you need to educate them on who you are and move through that marketing process, okay? On May 24th, we're going to talk about value proposition. This is one of my favorite classes to do. I love doing the value prop class. And you really, really, really need a value prop. I can't tell you how important it is. So on May 24th, we're going to do that. On May 31st, we're going to talk about your database health score. When we talk about your health score, we're going to talk about, okay, your database is this healthy. What kind of touch campaign do you need? Can you do the PIPs? Can you do the market trackers? Do we want to send them a weekly event planner? And then we're going to kind of go from there. So what I mean by that is, if you have 200 people in your database and you only have emails for 100 of them, your database is really 100 people, and we really need to work on those other 100 people to get your emails for them so we can make the system work for you, get those pokes out, what we call pokes, and then you need to do your contacts with them 4 times a year, okay? So when we're dealing with your database and the health score, your job as a real estate agent is to talk to them 4 times a year, either in person, via Zoom, take them out to lunch, phone call, text, Facebook, instant message. Email doesn't count, and then kind of go from there. We'll also talk about scripts for adding people's information to your database and using those systems to really help you function with those at a high level, okay? On June 14th, we'll do the second portion of the agent launch, and then we'll kind of go from there and see what that is. It'll be interesting. That's 2 months away, so we'll see what that looks like. Now, as ongoing events, we're going to do IQ marketing best practices. I would encourage you to bring those up at your team meetings. Do them whenever you can, maybe a Monday email or something. We're also going to do the IQ Masterminds. We talk about that. We're also going to talk about the business building techniques, those 14 different pillars. Jumpstart is a class that we teach every other month. If you're a brand new agent, I highly recommend you go to Jumpstart. If you're a new seasoned agent and just need a jumpstart, need a push, need a shove, Jumpstart is a great class to go to kind of help you with that and get that show. So what next? It's up to you. 1, attend the classes that I just rolled out to you. 2, opt into the system. If you don't opt in, you don't get the emails, you don't get the okays, you don't get all that stuff. So please opt into the system. Second part is complete your IQ assessment, and we'd love for everybody to share and what your scores are. Remember, it doesn't matter what they are. We're going to get them. We're going to get them up to the 300 because 300's max anyway. And hey, it might take us 5 years to do it. That's okay. That's all right. Right? May take some of you 30 days, may take some 5 years, 10 years. That's all right. Whatever that is, whatever that looks like, we'll take care of that. All right, I really, really want you to start tidying up your database. We're going to be talking about that a lot. We're going to talk about how healthy your database is and what it looks like. So I really, really want you to start working on your database, okay? Explore the campsite calendar, get insight from it, maybe pick up some habits from it, and use it as a technique, as a tool to help you with your social media, help you get to the next level where you want to be on your social media. And then please, please, please submit your contact to Spark. This whole system is based on that. And if we really want this to grow and be what I believe it can be, then everybody needs to participate. So there's right now 55,000 of us out there, and I'd love to see 55,000 people go on there and put their content on there. So sorry, I'm talking really fast. All right. So that is the agent orientation. If you have any questions, please let me know. You can reach out to me at paulfrank@bhhsnwre.com. You can text me at 206-200-1984 or email me, whatever you want to do. Just reach out. I'm always available. Thank you for your time. I appreciate it. Again, any questions, reach out.